Good afternoon, everyone. It's Crystal again on this fine day. I know you're all out there thinking about decoupaging or painting rocks, and I know all you've been hearing from me lately is decoupage, decoupage. That's because I think I'm better at decoupaging than I am at painting. So whatever makes you happy, however you feel, you're sharing your love, that's the way to go. If I was a better artist, which I am trying to become, I would do more painting, which I hope to in the future, because I am just amazed by some of my friends out there that I see, especially on the art groups and stuff. Oh my word. Anyways, today I'm showing you a picture of my sister and her granddaughter here. And this is one I printed out on tissue paper. So again, you hear that commonly, printed out on tissue paper. So like anything else, you learned that you put the tissue paper down, you cut it to fit your piece of paper, and you tape along the edges here. And you want to make sure that you have the least amount of tape on the front, maybe split it half and half, front and bottom, and do it slowly because you don't want it puckered. You don't want anything like, bending, twisting, anything. Just try to keep it as flat as possible. Get the tape on there and run it through your printer and pray the whole time because sometimes they mess up. But it's nothing you can't unjam. Don't quote me on that if you really mess things up and burn it up or something, okay? So let's get started today. Some ways to get things printed out that are free. Free. You go to a business. You get their napkins. You open them up, cut them to fit, and print out on them. White, brown, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're feeling. You might have a need for different things. And again, tape them as you know you're supposed to along the perimeter. Don't let anything stick over the edges, okay? The napkins you have at home when you separate them because you're only using one ply, well, there's 2 more plies. Use that. Tape that to your paper. Freebies. Don't throw them away. Save them. Always good to save things like that. Okay, some of you may go out and buy tracing paper, which I really love tracing paper. Actually, some of it is thick enough to go through the printer on its own. What I usually do is I trick it and I put a piece of copy paper with it, slide it in my printer, then I kind of hold it in place and slide the copy paper out, and usually it goes through on its own that way. At least this type does, but you never know. You gotta just trial and error. So this one's a translucent one, and I do have one here that is more whitish. So I use them both. Again, I can usually get these to go through on their own sometimes. So the only drawback is these are 9 by 12, both of them, and they have to be cut down. Here's some right here. I did the glue stick on. Some people use a glue stick. They put it there and then they glue them together and press it down all the way around. If that works for you, that's another way. And because it was recycled paper, why waste paper, right? So I'm all about not wasting. Then there's the ones that only have common copy paper, okay? That works. It works. One of the things you want to do, though, when you have your paper and you say you cut out your design, is you want to tear it. Okay, this one here ain't no good. But let me cut this and show you real quick. Let me get off camera a second and see if I can just show you how to do this real quick like. Might as well, I'm right here. Okay. So if you want to make this look better, you just tear. You don't want a nice clean edge. Some people take a wet paintbrush and just go along the edges, okay? Because it just looks like more natural. And don't worry if you rip it a little. You'll fix it when you put it on. And matter of fact, if you're worried about it going around a corner or something, do rip it some. Rip it in, and that way when it goes, it will be okay. Yeah, you won't even see them. So put it on there and it will help meld over some. So this is not bad. It doesn't have to be cut out and pretty, because you want the lines to just come in and not look like they're a complete circle. It draws the user's eyes away from the lines. Okay, now that I made that little mess, let me just throw this stuff back there. All right, here is some more of the vellum paper. Okay, you can get that. Vellum, it's another thing. It's a little thicker, and when you're putting it on, it doesn't bend as well. It doesn't adhere as well either, unless it's a flat surface. Again, here's some tracing paper that I just did the top, did the bottom, just like that. Some people go up on the sides, and when I was learning, it was trial and error for me. There weren't a lot out about it. Okay, more unusual things. This right here is my Gaines dryer sheet. Okay, I took a dryer sheet, and I will tell you, it smells very good. And I taped all around it with this tape, and I think they come out quite well. And these are the ones, I didn't want to waste the other end, so I just turned it around and printed them out on the regular paper. I can show you how they look, the difference. This right here is the one that I printed out on the regular paper. It's pretty crisp, if you can see that. And this right here is the one that I did on the dryer sheet, which I think is great if you want it to look older and, you know, more antique-ish. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy that I whacked the thing. But anyways, yeah. So that's how that's used. This right here was the bulk tissue paper that comes in a big roll that you shove in with your presents when you give it out, that I got at Dollar Tree. And again, I just cut it to size, ran it through the printer, taped the top, bottom, and on this, I actually taped it up the sides a little bit, just to where it starts off grabbing, and it actually makes it easier. Again, more of the shiny stuff. Okay, so then I found, as I was cleaning out my She-Raj, which is where my crafts happen, this whole big thing of interfacing that I got at Goodwill. That's a lot of yardage here. So what did I do? Of course I printed on it. You know me, I'm not going to let that go to waste. So I printed out the dog, and this right here was my printer. It had a jam on the black here, and something jammed up and kept spreading black. So when I printed this out, it came out like that, but it wouldn't happen every time, just because that had happened before. But yeah, this is coming out really nice. So then I thought, what else can I print on? And so I went and I grabbed my Kiss the Cook parchment paper out of the kitchen, and I put this distressed looking print on it, which I'm really happy with. And again, I just taped around it with clear tape in that instance, right here. So that's going to be fun to work with too. And then I thought, well, what about people that only have regular paper towels, okay? On a budget, this is my paper towel selector size. I put this end in, and then I flipped it around, and I did this end. Really fun time, and I can't wait to put these on rocks and see how they come out. Not to be outdone, what else could I try? Well, let me tell you this. This is a paper towel I thought I was doing the first time before I did that, and I had an old coupon I was printing out for the buffet. And so I decided that I'm going to actually put this on a rock and bring it to the buffet with me and see what they say. I'm pretty sure they'll honor that coupon. They may look at me really strange for a while, though. Okay, what else did Crystal do today? Oh, well, here we go. Why not use some Reynolds wrap? I wanted some silver bells. And I will say, you'll see these very light ones on this side right here. Very light, because I put them on draft setting. Okay, Elvis. And then this. I was afraid the ink would well up too much. You can barely even see that. So then when I ran this through at normal setting, this is what I got. And quite frankly, I cannot wait to try to paint this right here. And I'm going to try to cut around them as best I can with an X-Acto knife. Or maybe my shears. And then put them on rocks later and see how that comes out. I don't know if they'll like oxidize or what will happen. But hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? And then the very last thing I tried, and when you're downright poor, you use the toilet paper. Yeah, man. This is just a regular sheet of TP. We all got some. So why not use it? Yeah, there's my little smiley doodad face. But to this, I hope you have a great day. And as long as you got the toilet paper, you got the means to make some pretty pictures. Okay? You have a great day. Bye-bye.